chestnuts.
אני אוהב את האמונים שלהם. בבייג'ין אכלנו, זוכר?
ושימו במאפרה עושים ככה. אני במצב שאני...
This day is for asking forgiveness.
For forgiveness.
Forgiveness of God. Because it's the day, you know a little bit the stories of the Bible. So the Israeli people, they were in Egypt and they got out. God had them to go out. After this, they made a sin and they made a golden statue. And they started praying to the statue and not to the God. And so he wanted to punish them and to kill them all. But Moses asked for forgiveness, and on this day they all received forgiveness. So from then on, each year it's the day of forgiveness. So the one who got forgiveness got to live another year, and the one who don't, they died the next year.
Okay.
So that's like.
It's only Jewish guys do that, or something religion like Islam?
No, it's only Jewish. Only Jewish. And so what we did now, it's a ceremony before we start praying and fasting and asking. We take some money and we say this money, I put all my sins on this money and I give it away for the poor people. So I won't be judged with all my sins when I enter the holiday. So we did it quick before.
Also, you have some another festival after, I think it just after the Christmas. It sounds like that. Yeah, Hanukkah.
Yeah, but this is a very happy.
Yeah, very happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, it's more of a. I mean, it's a huge deal. More of a huge deal in the U.S. Because it's like a rival Christmas. It's like kids say, "What did you get for Christmas?" Well, I got this, and it's like, "Well, I got this for Hanukkah, and tomorrow I'm going to get this, and tomorrow I'm going to get that." It turns into like but that's just in the U.S. Really, it becomes a competition.
Yeah, it's that. Now it's the. Yeah, today is the most holy day of the Jewish people.
Oh, the
most holy.
Holy day.
Holy.
Okay, holy day.
Holy day. So we are becoming all like angels. Like they don't need to eat and do anything, not taking a shower, nothing.
Not taking a shower. Drink? No drink?
No drink, no eat, not taking a shower.
24 hours?
25.
25 hours. Oh.
It's not good for your spleen and stomach.
But only one day.
Only one day,
it's okay. Yeah, but for like a Muslim, I don't think that's not very healthy.
Ramadan.
Yeah, Ramadan is one. That's 1 month.
Yeah.
You know, it's
and they eat in the night.
Yeah, eating at night and then in the morning. And I'm just thinking about the Muslim in like Denmark. Yeah, or Norway.
Yeah.
They only
It's
have.
cold.
It's called and no, it's
no night.
yeah.
They don't
That's
have.
the point. They only have 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, of the night.
Wow.
Of the night time.
Yeah, because it's
לא
not.
חשבתי על זה, I didn't think about it.
Yeah, it's.
There's Muslim also there.
Yeah, a lot of refugee. It's only 3 hours.
So if you come to China during the Ramadan, so the halal restaurant is closed?
Depends the area.
Depends
Yeah,
on the area.
depends the area. Like in Chengdu, some of the restaurants, if that's a really, how can I say, intention or religious, they will close it. they will go back to their their original region, like maybe yes, west, no, northwest,
Yeah.
northwest. And some of them will still open it. In Beijing, it's the same. It's, some really famous Muslim restaurants, especially for Hui ethnic group. Yeah. And actually, that's they are from Jin, right? They
Genetically?
yeah, genetically they are genetically actually they are Han ethnic group because they believe Muslims, so they
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're not
to
genetic. They're not ethnically
yeah.
different, but they're religious group.
yeah, it just we just had a religious different, no
Yeah.
ethnic.
In
different.
there was just a holiday. I always forget the name of it. It's the Feast of the Sacrifice. Restaurants are closed that
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and yes, and they will close it about 1 month, and then anyway, the the mosque will be open and provide the food, the water, and fruits after the finish the fasting
Yeah.
whole day, and you can just go there, pray, and eat, and have food, and stay for a whole night like that, and then go back. But I asked my friend that one question, if like me, if I have 8 hours of teaching work, 10 hours of
Yeah. You'd be exempt.
Yeah.
They make exemptions all the time. People that are very weak, people that are sick,
Yeah.
people that are
But
yeah.
no, but in Northwest,
Not
a
that
lot of the
simple.
religions,
Yeah,
not-
they continue.
they continue.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
say
of course.
what if the doctor just dropped the the scissors or forgets the scissors in the belly and the close it because if you don't
Yeah,
eat,
you are not
Can
concentrating.
function.
Yeah.
So
you say have no way. But if the really
you can
strict religious,
You can eat if you have a really tough day, so you can eat, but then you have to return it in the end of the month.
yes, yes, you can maybe skip 1 or 2 days, and then you should like fix that. Then
Yeah.
you can,
זה מאוד נוקשה.
Well, pregnant women wouldn't do
Yeah,
it.
the pregnant women, old
Yeah.
people, sick.
Pregnant
sick
women
age.
won't do it, but
No.
they have some rules for pregnant
Yeah.
women. They have to do something else
Yeah.
to go and feed the homeless people
Homeless
or
people,
something.
yes, give
It's
the,
like a job.
yes.
They should be
Yeah.
out all day feeding the homeless
Yes,
people.
yes. You should go out and
זה מאוד
feed the.
קשה
Yeah.
אחד הזה. אפילו לילדים יש להם
That's yeah. I
מוסלמים.
went to the mosque to observe that. Yeah, it's but I don't think that's good for health. Yeah.
Well,
Because
a
you
little like
you have
for
to
healthy
eat.
people, it's okay.
Yeah. No, you have to eat a lot in like around in Chengdu, around 8:30 p.m. and then you have to go to sleep, and then you should wake up at 3 in the morning, and then eat and go back to sleep, and then no drink, no
Yeah.
food for a whole day. So let's make your stomach that has a really burden in the day, the night. Actually, we don't do that.
Yeah.
We should not
I
do
think
that.
it's easier in more Muslim countries because the whole schedule is adjusted.
Yes, in the whole country, you don't need
But
go
you
out
live
to work.
here, you
Yeah,
live
you
in the
just
US,
stay in the
it's-
house and relax, and maybe you just don't need eat them too much. But
Yeah.
for in China, especially like in Chengdu here, not so religious area, so we say what we do the Ramadan, okay. Okay, so but you still do need
You
to
still
work.
have to
You
go
still
work.
need the teaching. You still do the do surgery. So it depends on you. But you like me, if I did that, if I do that, I should take responsibility for my student, for my patient. So I'd rather do not do that. Yeah. So, but in like Xinjiang province, for public servant, for the teacher, for the student, Ramadan is forbidden. Yeah, for them, by government. Yeah. That's a lot of reason anyway. It's yeah.
That's one reason anyway.
That's one reason, yes, because they just try to eliminate the extreme idea of the effect by Wahhabi school. They are not the Wahhabi school. Yeah.
Okay.
Like extreme, very sometimes it's very extreme.
Yeah.
The more extreme is the Arabic, and especially like Hui is the group because they don't have the face, you know, of the like Arabic. So they want to show more like very purity.
More zealot.
Yeah, yes, more exact. So they just do it very strict.
Yeah, more
Just-
orthodox.
Yeah. But Hui ethnic group, this ethnic group, they don't care about it. Because the government don't care about it because they're very smart. They will never fight with the government. Okay, so the fifth is the warming.
Warming?
The warming. 因为痰湿停聚，这个痰停聚在身体内时间久了以后，它就会影响气机和水饮的这个去脉的这个和这个 fluid。
Because if the flame blocking the body for a long time, it will she and like she and fluids making them. 然后时间久了以后呢，会造成阳气的一个虚衰和停滞。 And it also can cause the yang deficiency.
阳气越虚，就不能去运行、运化、消道水饮。
And it's just making everything goes worse because it's yang deficiency. We don't have enough power to push like the fluids, like the yin part, move.
造成更多的痰。
So it can cause more phlegm.
如果这个寒痰，主要就是指的寒痰，因为阳虚了所产生的痰是寒痰。
So basically that kind of phlegm, we call it cold phlegm. It's caused by yang deficiency.
所以这个寒痰如果停留于肠胃之中，
If the cold phlegm stayed in the intestine,
就会造成呕吐、
not intestine, also including stomach and intestine. It can cause vomiting.
Because what? Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
d'accord.
D'accord.
然后就会造成呕吐，就会造成甚至啊
Some kind.
吐水、吞酸啊，里边
Yeah,
Ah.
I'm going to
Okay.
to the hotel.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
סליחה ומחילה אם פגעתי בכם בחודש האחרון הזה.
סלחנו וסליחתך.
So it's vomiting and also spit out the water.
Mm-hmm.
And acid. Too small.
Hmm?
Too small.
Ah,
And acid.
yeah, and acid reflux.
Acid reflux.
They got to do the thing from Israel to
Oh,
my parents.
okay.
So they
Oh.
say the prayer and they
Oh, you
To
take
give
it
the
very
money.
seriously.
yeah.
Yeah.
My parents.
That's good tradition.
Yeah.
For the phone. No, for the phone.
What for? Which one?
For
I
the
don't
next
charge.
one. Yeah. So you
Ah,
can do
okay,
it
okay.
by the internet.
Okay.
And you also have a good holiday
Yeah,
next
you
week.
also, yeah,
And
yeah.
I
Be
see you.
careful.
Thank you. Yes.
And take some pattern herbs like to treat catch cold. That's good for the
For the attitude?
attitude reaction, because I talk about with some people has an action reaction of the high attitude. Actually, almost they have attitude because the first is it's qi deficiency. More is with cold and the dampness. So buy some 金防颗粒 or 川芎茶条丸.
金防颗粒?
Yeah, 金防 granule, 金防颗粒. Go to the go to
the pharmacy.
pharmacy and the 川芎茶条丸. If you feel a little bit cold, catch cold, just eat some and sweet a little bit and makes you feel much better. So no headache or a little bit less headache at least.
What time do you leave on Sunday?
10.
So you have enough
Yeah,
time to go and get it.
yeah. I gonna eat, yes.
Because
and I resting again.
yeah,
Jingfang Bai
these
Du
two.
San.
金防
Jing-
yeah, 金防
You
颗
just
粒.
show them.
金防颗粒 and
Yeah,
the second
or
one is
the
川芎茶条
川芎
丸。
茶条丸.
川芎.
And here in Camden, go to
是
Zhao Hospital for more information
Uh-huh.
about places to go, whether or not you stay there.
茶条丸。
Okay. Thank you very much.
נתנאל, אולי נתראה בשבת.
כן,
מצ'שקה.
אולי במצ'שקה.
CHA 茶。You 应该写你刚刚说那个。CHA TIO. Exotic sign.
ביי.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Safe trip.
So,
所以他可能有这个呕吐，然后呕逆，然后或者甚至吐酸。
So we talk the vomit, or maybe just spit water or acid. It can be.
我们要注意的一点就是，他在吐酸的时候，我们常常因为听到吐酸就认为他有热。
But they have something like when we think about somebody spits acid, we think it's caused by heat.
yeah, that's how we learned it. That's,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
So
they
that's
said
why I
that-
stress that when we
yeah,
talk about the acid reduction, we say, oh, that's
heat.
have the heat, right? 实际上这个吐酸，它这个酸是有热，你要去看这个热是从哪里来的，它是寒非常盛的情况下淤闭了气机所造成的一个气机的呕逆。它这个，它如果比如说这个病人，啊，有这个脉沉迟、舌质淡、苔白，这个时候你就不要去管这个，千万不要去清热。
So from one part you can see what you think is right. It's caused by heat, yes, but you have to think about where the heat from. Because if we have too much cold, it's blocking the body, it blocks the qi, so it can generate the heat. So that is why it's caused. So if you want to meet some patient like they have deep and
Delayed.
Yeah, delayed pulse, and also the coating is greasy white and the tongue looks pale. Of course, you can use like a clear heat herbs for the patient.
Can you repeat the pulse and the tongue?
Tongue.
Deep and slow, the pulse,
Yeah,
and the tongue is pale,
yeah.
and the coating is white and greasy.
那么这个时候，就一定要去温化寒痰。
So this time we have to treat like warm the cold flame.
那么还有，如果这个寒痰在下焦呢，就会造成拉肚子。
And if the cold flame stay in the lower jaw, it can cause diarrhea.
动泻不止，
The diarrhea is
very severe diarrhea and a little bit watery, and have the shortness of breath and the qi deficiency and no appetite. But for this syndrome, it should be have the pale tongue and the white coating and the deep snow late pulse. all signs should be point to the cold syndrome. And the representative, the formula is 半夏汤, 千金半夏汤 and 五茱萸汤.
Here is the formula on paper.
אחרונה.
We also have, it doesn't have Wujuyu in his name, but
五茱萸汤.
no, we only have
没有
Wujuyu.
Oh?
No, they don't have it.
Wujuyu we don't have.
Oh, you
Wujuyu,
don't have 五茱萸?
no.
See, this is why it's important for you to learn about herbs, because then you can agitate for getting better ones.
Yes.
No, 五茱萸.
So, okay.
Why you don't have 五茱萸? Because of the toxicity or?
Yeah, yeah.
אולי יש בבית המרקחת. So look
Because
where.
五茱萸is a really good herbs. It can warm the lower jaw and also can open the channel by obstructed by the cold, and also can regular the all the chi mechanism in the whole body. Because it's very warm, and warm channel can reorder the chi mechanism. It's very good for drainage of the flame and the water retention and dampness, cold dampness. No problem, 没有就没有吧。那我们就用小茴香。
What about waiting? Can you replace?
Yes, let me think about it. 小茴香、桂枝、徐长青 to replace it, because you also don't have 细辛
Yeah.
right?
גם גויזי, גם...
שיהו, זה...
the things you asked,
Yeah.
maybe don't have to. No, XU.
Yeah, yeah,
Another thing you always ask,
Xiang,
Xu.
and what was it?
Shang, C-H-A-N-G.
Shu Changqing, remember the thing we took the
G.
photo of in the herb market?
Q-I-N.
Yeah, it could
Because last time, like, we're talking about, you say it's Changpu or something. Yes.
C-H-A-N-G.
Okay.
Q-I-N-G.
Yeah, Shu.
Changqing. It looks like Shishin, but a little bit, like, a little softer.
Actually similar as Shishin, but there's no, not so much toxin. There's no toxin. You have
Shichangqing.
Shichangqing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know if it's in this herb?
You have Shuchangxing.
Shuchangxing.
Because last time they asked me, I don't think they know this.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Yeah.
We are not familiar. with
那没有
this.
徐长卿。
The good thing about how he works is that he works with a lot of herbs that we do have. You know, some doctors they use food a lot or mafongat, and they use simple herbs, which is very good. No, really.
גם פה זה נקרא סימפל.
所以他们跟我说最好的就是你用的大胃药，他们都有。
嗯
Yeah.
嗯。因为像吴茱萸汤这类的药，像吴茱萸这药，因为它力量非常强，所以我们在用的时候，其实应用的范围广。
Because like for 乌茱萸that herb, it's like very strong. So when we use it, you can use it for like tons of like symptoms.
Because 吴茱萸 like 细辛麻黄 those herbs because it's a strong herbs. So actually we don't use a lot because when we see you see that a lot of the patients in our in the clinic actually it is not in the extreme condition, but when it's really happen, those herbs are non-replaceable sometimes. But when you face those patients and you tell them you have the way to treat it, but you don't have herbs. Maybe it's just let you find some herbs to replace it and make it a little bit longer. The treatments term take longer. And for 吴茱萸汤, I mean you can use warm needle.
Warm needle.
Yeah, or moxa. With some herbs which can warm the liver channel and open the channel to make it stronger. 小茴香 like 桂枝 and with warm needle. And 他们又不能試研究㗎。
哦，你啱啱入 clinic 先嘅，我最可能驚就係顧慮喺度。
But you don't have that.
Kind of moxa. You know, like you put some paper on like a patient's skin and you try to like burn it
yeah,
and
they,
like
The burning
什么
moxa.
雷
石按灸
Shiranjo. It's also called lei something. Jiu. Like
雷火是
雷火
lei huo jiu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really you just use the moxa. I can show you. It's very easy.
Am I going to enjoy it?
It's good actually when
Yeah.
you do it and you
You
do
use
it
it
right. You
with,
see damp. You
But I
see
don't think
dampness
you
on
can
the
use
skin.
it in.
You put newspaper and you just.
You can also use like a cotton cloth.
Yeah, but I don't think you can use it.
You can do it, just don't burn anybody. It's
Yeah.
very
You can
simple.
do it.
Just
Try
do
not
it
to be
right.
sued.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
I've been
it's easy.
told in the United States. That's a
United
one
States, they
blister.
sue you for everything.
No, blister's nothing.
Blisters, no.
It depends the one.
Yeah, but in the United States,
Don't
like
treat BB.
yeah, the United States tell me it's a one blister, 1/4 of meaning.
No,
They will sue you.
no.
If it's burning
And maybe you
in Texas.
because but me no.
No.
No. Maybe because I went through American schooling, so
Mhm.
I had
Because
that.
when
No,
I
get
taught
messages.
I taught the moxibustion
Mhm,
in that course,
mhm.
and the head of the department just asked me to tell them and just tell me again and again to stress on that. Never just make your patients don't hurt the patient's skin. And then when I taught them and say, okay, do not hurt them.
Don't do this though.
Yeah, indirect to the moxa is the most safe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's a good.
yeah, but you know,
But just
for
practice on yourself, and
Yeah.
you'll see how it is.
Yeah.
It's really.
but
easy.
for that we call the 雷火神灸. It's
thunder strike.
yeah, some strike.
Moxa or something.
I read the several case, for emergency case, especially like someone being drowned, being drowned, yeah, being drowned, and then there's no brace, and the doctor used the moxide just directly, no paper, directly to Guan Yuan and Bai Hui, and then just save the patient's life.
My teacher told me if there's no moxa around, just grab a cigarette out of some passerby's and use a cigarette.
Put it on his head.
And I have a book recommendation for moxibustion in English. Very, very useful for
And also the
describing.
Guan Yuan, and then the Guan Yuan here is also the same, and makes the patient come back to life and just pull out the order and then go back to and later on they will sue you.
After
save
it
life.
gets better, you sue.
Yeah, sure. It happened in China, not
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much.
That's China.
Yeah, not all in China.
In the U.S. we have
The
the
same.
Good Samaritan Act. So if you do something and
Okay. That's why in China now, sometimes I really want to use some herbs, and then I just use very wild herbs to treat the patient. Like Wu Zhu Yu, sometimes I use a lot. I should use large dosage, but after use that, the patient may have some side effect. Actually, I want that side effect sometimes, like vomiting and the dizziness, especially the vomiting. They will vomit the cold flame out, and then the channel will be open immediately. But I can't, so okay, I just go back to the Wu Ling Sai, Ling Gui Zhu Gan Tang, very mild. Maybe it just takes longer. Yeah, but I can't.
Wouldn't that be
What?
if you're using ujuyu to make them vomit out the cold phlegm? Isn't that almost like gongpa, like attacking?
Yeah, it's also the attacking by warm herbs.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember the water? At the beginning, I tried to use a 石澡汤, but I can't because she is not under my observation, and it's also all of the 石澡汤 herbs are poison.
It's with the chloride. It's the formula we talked about.
The 石澡汤, no, it's 甘须大菊原花. You even cannot buy it in the pharmacy. You should go to the market to buy it, to prepare it. Very strong.
Expel water.
Yeah, they will. After take that, she may woman and they get very strong diarrhea, watery diarrhea, but it will drainage water retention, drainage water, and make the retention eliminate the little retention, not a little, a lot. And later on, the pulse should be suddenly sink and change to weak. That is the real pulse she should have. But I used two weeks to replace that one pack, one day. Yeah, it should be just 1 or 2 days, and then I will get that a result. But I took 2 weeks to replace it. But it's safe. Yesterday she came and she said, "Wow, it's just amazing. Everything seems to go back to normal." So for warming method, the most important is even you don't have the 五茱萸, it's okay. You try to find some herbs like a 桂枝, like 小茴香, it's warming, and resolve the flame herbs like the 半夏. 半夏 is also very warm, and like 丁香, right? You have 丁香, okay?
This
Tell
is
me.
the
Olives.
the tzipora. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
We have it on the market. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just buy it in the store.
And then 绿豆蔻, like that. If the qi mechanism is stopped and it's also go reverse, so you also can use a little bit 沉香 to make that to 降气 downwards the
Yeah, descension.
descending qi.
沉香
20?
Yeah, you just found it like
CHEN.
Okay, Gentian.
I think it's in some place. I saw you as link.
We just did
So you get worse in the afternoon.
Yeah,
The cough is worse in the
沉香
afternoon. It's still a little bit deep.
yeah, it is different when I lie down. Sometimes I feel that I'm coughing above the flame.
Mm.
זה ארומטי פתח פתחים. I
But
think it's forbidden
you
also.
know, the frequency of coughing is decreased.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning I was coughing all the time. Now I cough, but between
All the
cough and
aromatics
cough, it's okay.
It's forbidden.
Good.
It's moss. Moss.
What?
We don't. The mask is forbidden. All of
Oh, well,
them.
musk, yeah.
Chengqiang, Shexiang,
Shishiang.
everything is forbidden.
沉香?
沉香
Gentian, we don't have.
沉香 is
No, we don't.
麝香 is animals
Yeah,
product,
no,
but
but-
沉香is not.
The wood.
But sometimes,
Aqualaria. that's
no,
it.
but sometimes if it looks the same, so it's also forbidden.
But the name looks the same.
Not the name.
Maybe because
If it's like
danger.
same product, not the animal itself, but it's
No, the Ets.
No, this is a wood.
Sandalwood.
Yeah, it's wood. It's
Ah.
like
Aqualaria,
Here.
I think.
I saw that
I
in
don't-
the
we put the
market.
沉香
We
in
saw it
here.
in the
I
market.
think we
Yeah.
have it.
Can
I'm
sandalwood.
not sure. The-
some of the herbs. Just I think we don't have in Israel, not because of they're forbidden. Just
It's
No,
not
he's
a very
trying.
good
Yeah,
quality of
nobody is.
沉香.
No,
Yeah,
but it's
Good
not.
quality in that.
I mean, no, I don't think
South
it's
of
something.
I'm getting to lower just stops Moshe and going to. This I believe we have.
试一下吗？
אולי בבתי מרקחת.
散落在四处。
I'm almost
Quite
sure we
clear.
传
have.
道时候有那个那
No,
个。
this we have. Gentian.
Oh yeah, okay, good.
Oh, does that tell you
That's
what's
also
in
very
it?
good
Yeah.
for like asthma,
you just know it.
for like in the kidney she cannot constrain or hold. And you can use a little bit to make the qi sunken into the position.
Maybe I did it.
No,
Yeah.
For kidney chi not whole.
Not holding.
Not holding.
After you smell that, you will recover.
And you have sandalwood. Love it.
But now, what are we doing in this situation? If the chi is not holding?
No, he said if it is cheese, rebellion, like going up instead of down. So you can use Gentian.
Yeah, but after we said, Dr. Ginger, after we spoke about Gentian, we said that if kidney chi is not holding,
It's also good for asthma and for kidney chi not holding.
Yeah, like asthma.
okay,
Like if
okay.
there's no exterior cold and there's no exterior evil, and then not too much the flame heat is only cold and deficient, you can use 沉香. And the 第六个清法
The six.
清
Ching.
清热
不是说 clear 吧？
No,
No.
well, yeah, clear as in
Clearing
clear
heat.
heat.
Yeah, just
嗯
clear.
okay.
Fine.
Clear.
因为
Cool.
Cool? No,
No, it's not
more.
even, no. It's a different mechanism. But it's usually used with cooling. But
The select to expel one.
Is it to purge heat? No.
like for when you have Chingra, like for instance, if you have external problems, you know, like gun colds or something,
Yeah.
clearing heat is one of the treatment principles.
Clearing heat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's treating it.
Stop.
Clearing heat. Clearing heat. 因为为什么呢？这个痰是因为热导致了生了，因为热生了痰，或者因为痰生了热。
So here, when we use the clear method, usually it's because the flame causes the heat, or heat causes the flame. In that two situations, we use it.
因为它现在痰和热如果在交织在一起的话，导致它这个症状更加的反复。
So it's like the heat and the flame combine with each other. So it's more complicated.
比如说咽喉干，那这个有痰，然后咽喉又干燥。
So like the symptoms, patient feel dry throat, but they have phlegm in there.
卡吐不爽，
So they want to speak, but they can't.
头目昏重，
Or maybe they feel like too heavy in their head.
咳出来的痰很粘稠，
And when they spit out the phlegm, you can see it's sticky.
而且脸红或者目睛发红。
Red face or their eyes also look red.
最重要的是，它的舌象脉象一定是有热象。
And the important thing is when you look at their tongue and pulse, they're supposed to have some heat to show it down there.
舌红、苔黄、脉数。
Like red tongue, yellow coating, rapid pulse.
那么这个时候，我们就必须要在化痰的时候一定要去清这个热。
So this time when we dissolve the phlegm, we have to add herbs to clear heat.
而且这个清热的药的力量还不能太少。
And we can't just put a lower dosage for clear heat.
We can't put a lower dose.
Yeah, so it means we need
We
add
usually
more.
will put a little bit more dosage， 或者更多的药。
Or maybe we just like add more herbs, you know, like different type of herbs to clear heat.
就不是像我们之前在临床上用的，比如说2克、3克这种清热药，可能就要5克、10克。
So it's not only like 2 or 3 grams. Maybe you only use 5 or 10 grams.
Because the heat is stuck in the flame.
The heat stuck in the flame or burning the fluid and generates the flame more sticky, and the flame accumulates them. Blocks or obstructs the qi mechanism and generates more heat because the qi accumulates. And the most difficult is the flame and the heat will stick together. 所以这个时候它的代表方式是什么呢？是小黄丸，节骨小黄丸。小黄丸就是
That's your sample. No, that's okay.
So now the typic boner is
actually there's only 3 herbs: 胆南星、蛋夏、黄芩。
黄芩
yes 黄芩，或者or use 二陈汤，with 黄芩，芩那芪黄芩，连翘，栀子，薄荷，桔梗。很多痰热导致的眩晕、咳嗽，都可以用这个处方。
So for most of dizziness and cough caused by the flame heat, we can use that formula to treat.
Say it again.
For most of dizziness and cough caused by the flame heat, we can use that formula to treat.
那么最后一个方法，第7个方法呢，就是润
So the last method is nourish.
Moistening.
Okay, moisten.
那么这个润法是指的什么呢？润法既然叫 moistening， 那一定是阴虚了。
So if, like when we're talking about that treatment, it's supposed to be in deficiency. It's why we need moistening.
哪里阴虚呢？一般是讲的是这是产生痰，一般是讲肺阴虚。
So which organ can cause like that kind of yin deficiency and we use moistening? Lung.
嗯。
所以它肺阴虚了以后呢，它导致了这个痰凝结在一起，
Because the lung yin deficiency, so it's make the phlegm like stick with each other.
这个时候呢，就一定不要去给它用太燥的药，
So this time when we treat, we can use like too much herbs to dry the phlegm,
不能心散，
like the pungent, or like try to make everything go out.
也不能去这个温燥。
And it's like we can use those herbs to, like before we're talking about the warm. So the warming because it's dry.
But you do want to expel the exterior. You want to open a little bit exterior here.
嗯，
Besides Besides moistening
Mhm.
the lung, you want to open the exterior
Why?
because the phlegm should be. It will help the phlegm go out.
But it's in
You
internal.
mean open the lung qi？
Lunchly.
但是我们不能用像辛温的药去宣肺。
Okay, so you can do it, but you can use like those herbs. It's warm.
这个时候它的肺气的闭淤是因为里面津液缺乏了，导致肺的功能失常，而不是有寒邪淤闭导致它肺的这个宣发的功能失常。
Because in this time, it's because lung yin deficiency, so it's caused the lung function disorder, it makes the lung qi block. It's not caused by cold, block the lung qi.
所以这个时候只要我们去养阴，养它的肺阴，自然就把它的功能恢复了。
So we only need to trace the longing. We
在
try
这个
to, you know, like Muslim they can like get everything go back by themselves. We don't need to do something else.
Okay.
所以尽量不要去用像辛温发散的药，
So just like don't use those herbs.
你可以用一些
Pungent
润
warm.
肺降气的药，
So you can use some herbs to moistening the lung and try to descending the qi.
一般这种燥痰在肺里面，一般是比如说咳嗽、干咳、无痰，痰咳出来很干燥，
So the symptoms is patient like a cough, dry cough. Or maybe they has phlegm, but when they go out you can see it's like very dry. 那么，我们一般就会选择性质偏于平和的药去降肺气，去润肺，比如像杏仁。 So this time like when we choose the herbs, most of the time we choose those gentle herbs. It's not like very strong like 杏仁
比如说
or to
紫，
descending the lung qi.
比如说紫菀，
And also 紫菀.
Not like this. Like this,
Like this.
Shingren.
Shingren and
Shingren.
Ziwan.
嗯哼。那么这个时候一般舌向上什么呢？舌应该比较干，
And when you look at the
阴虚
patient
了，
tongue,
舌
you
小
will
舌
see
干，
the tongue is small, thin, and also dry.
脉细数，
In the pulse is thin and rapid.
甚至皮肤干燥，小便少。
And also like a dry skin or you know scanty urine.
那么它的代表方就是杏仁煎，杏仁煎。
The, yeah. Chin.
Mango.
麦冬有没有用麦冬要看它这个痰的交接的程度，痰交接的太厉害，还麦冬还不能用。
It depends like the
The stickiness
yeah yeah yeah.
of the phlegm,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's more sticky, you shouldn't use Madon. Should not use. Should. Yeah.
What's the formula? נתת לה?
לא, אם הם מחפשים באותו מקום, לא?
כן, אני רואה את
We can't find this formula.
Shimranjian.
It has Shingren, Maidong, Jeke.
זה. What herb does it have? Ginger, what herb?
杏仁、
Yeah.
桑白皮，没对呀、
有，他们那儿得上在忘了找不着。
紫菀，紫菀，
Ziwan?
紫菀， 紫菀，
W
紫 Z
Ziwan.
I OK
W
W A N
ziwan.
五味子，桑白 桑白皮，贝母，木通，
BEI 贝，
生姜，
Oh, here's one. Here's 贝 BEI. Here's 白 BEAN.
饴糖，
TNG 汤。
白蜜，
白米？哦，
饴糖 and honey， 白蜜，
Oh, by me is honey?
白蜜
Oh.
honey，
No,
白
itan.
蜜是
Itan with honey, no?
No,
饴
糖不是，
饴糖
饴
is
糖
malted
是糖。
sugar,
Ah.
malt sugar.
Well, that's,
By
这
me
两个
is
是
honey.
典型的用来去润肺的。
That too is like usually we use it for moistening the lung.
如果痰交接的非常的厉害，非常的难于卡，
If the phlegm is really thickness
热也比较盛，
and also with and the heat is also strong.
舌红、舌干、舌老，
Very tongue and looks very dry. So we look at it's very old. We say we have like some old tongue and fresh tongue. Fresh is like when you look at it's it's not like that dry. It looks more swallowed.
Like a meat from yesterday in
嗯
the supermarket.
嗯，然后用什么呢？就要用像润肺的药，比如说麦冬、天冬这一类的药。
So this time we use 麦冬、
天冬，
天冬
然后加上像黄芩、
and some herbs, 黄芩
瓜蒌仁、清代、芒硝、桔梗、连翘、橘红、海浮石，他们有没有海浮石？对，还有海浮石。
At least they have it in the bath stores. Pumice.
What?
Haifu sure is pumice, like you use to
Ah,
dry
the
skin.
loaf?
No, not loofah, the stone. Pumice. At least they have it in their bath stores.
哦，OK，
They get the natural one, don't get the
Yeah.
colored one.
桔梗，
Mm.
白蜜
Again,
，honey。这一类的药呢，其实你看它的结构就是去润肺养阴，加上化痰。
So that type of herbs, like from the functions, like you can see, the moistening the lung and tonify the yin, and also dissolve the phlegm.
transform.
Oh,
So it's basically cough, right? The symptom is cough, and also can be shortness of breath also in lung insufficiency.
嗯哼。那么这种痰就要用这种方法，当然它不一定完全只有咳嗽，它如果你发现它就是有阴虚，还有其他的痰的，有这个比如说像累痢啊、阴流啊，或者其他比如我们形质的痰，也可以用这种方法。
so when you use MFA, you understand it's for lung deficiency. No, it's your yin deficiency. So when you use it, it's not only for cough. It's also maybe for something like we're talking about cough. We say the scoffler.
Scrofula?
Yeah, like that comes the thing when we also say it's phlegm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scrofula is here,
In
yeah.
the neck.
Yeah, like those small stuff you can feel around the leg or something. Maybe you feel like a mess in there. Like when you diagnose it, it's phlegm and it's with ink deficiency. You can
But
use
based
that kind
on
of.
ink deficiency.
Yeah, of course, we can use it in every Western situation.
Mm-hmm.
But the common ones are phlegm, cough and asthma.
Yeah, but no asthma, cough,
Cough.
dry cough. Usually they will, in ancient time, not now, usually will have the like COPD, something like that, right? Hey,啊，然后就下课了，一会儿2分钟。好。
How long is
来，
the
那
deficiency?
去咖啡厅，拜拜。拜拜。那么，还有像比如 TB 来，TB。
TB
Like-
more than COPD, more TB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COPD actually is more common.
Yeah.
If the patient has a really severe COPD and with ink deficiency, lung deficiency, and some periods you will have the ink deficiency with the dam, with the phlegm.
Mm-hmm.
So we finished the 7 method of the treat phlegm, but
Before in the tonifying method, we spoke about the yin deficiency with phlegm.
that's a kidney ink deficiency.
Kidney
Yeah, it's
deficiency. And
not
now
that.
the
Now it's a
lung,
fluid
yeah.
deficiency, the water deficiency. It's more. It's a ink deficiency. It's not like the kidney, like the essence. It's just the ink. That's like the water, like the fluid is consumed or exhausted. It's a different ink. So that's very hard to understanding in Chinese medicine, even for in India, very different level. So when we talk about this ink, it's just about the water, related to the water and related to the fluid. So that's why we say we saw the tongue is red and dry and sometimes it's a little bit no shining, 老
Yeah, you said old.
old.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know how to translate it, but in Chinese we say old.
yeah.
Oh.
那么这7种方法我们讲完了，但是这7种方法并不是在临床上你只去用，在临床真正面对临床问题的时候，你只用一种方法。
So now we finished the 7 method. But when you treat patient in clinic, it's not only like you only use one way to treat.
You in a clinic, it's not mean this 7 method we only use one method to treat the patient. We should depends on what we see. Sometimes we combine different methods to treat our patient. Like if the patient has the excessive phlegm with heat, so usually we will combine the eliminating and clearing heat, right? So we combine them together. If the patient can have cold phlegm with deficient, so we combine warm and tonification. If the patient have the in deficiency with heat. So we usually will use moistening and clear with heat. If the patient has excessive heat, excessive flame, and the deficient, sometimes we also use attacking with tonification. So it's a very combination. You should use it in based on what diagnosis you give, what do you see, what you see. So for this flame, because the flame presents various symptoms or manifestation in the clinic. So it's the usage of the seven methods are really useful in the clinic. And all the representative formula we mentioned about is not modified or unchangeable. You should study it more deep to study the construction of this formula, that is it, to understand why the doctor used those formula to show us, and then you can modify it based on the differentiation. Actually, eventually, when you learn it very well and master it, those formula or those methods, when you use the strategy in your clinic, sometimes you will just forget what the name of this method. Actually, you just prescribe the herbs, just follow what you say, and then when you go back, you say, oh, that's what I use, is just this method. And that will be very good.
When we forget the method.
Yeah,
The
actually,
name
we
of
will
the
forget the name of the thing. When you just use it from your heart, because now you master it, you know it very well. So you think, okay, I use these herbs, combine with them maybe to treat some patient got deficient blood, hold them, and then you say, okay, I should use a little bit tonification like a spleen and kidney yang, but there's some flame, so I should use like a wuzhu, but you don't have it. Yeah, like
a lot of
xiaohuixiang or some herbs, or like dinxiang, banxia. Okay, we combine those herbs, and then you find, oh, it just comes from this seven method. So that would be very good sign. That means you understand it very well, and then you can use it freely, and you'll find the joy of using this method to treat the patient, because the flame and the damp, and the flame and the dampness, because you saw a lot of dampness in the clinic, and the flame can the patient is suffer a lot of the can see painful or not painful, it's suffering a lot actually.
Yeah, suffer a lot.
Yeah, suffer a lot, like dizziness, like vertigo, like sometimes they say the Meniere's syndrome, right? Meniere's syndrome?
Meniere's?
Yeah, Meniere's syndrome. Actually, we can use Chinese medicine to treat it, to cure it. And even for some psychological problem, for some like infertility, for some very, very strange syndromes or symptoms. after you cure it, you'll be very happy. So.
And all these principles are for treating phlegm, and not. You can take some of the ideas for treating dampness also.
Of course, the dampness is just the lower level of the flame, and the dampness is just we use different the herbs, because the dampness is more fluid, so we usually will use more aromatic herbs. But the dampness also comes from the spleen, right? And more comes from the spleen. So we usually use more aromatic herbs, and we order the dryness and warm herbs, and also we use some draining herbs like fulin, to treat the dampness. The dampness is also very interesting topic, because the dampness also is very easy to combine with other
What?
with other evil or factor like a damp cold, damp heat, or total dampness, and it also related to the excessive, the deficient. But even we don't mention it a lot, but the tragedy. Strategy, yeah, strategy, yeah. It's not tragedy.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. If we cannot understand it well, as well, we are tragedy. The strategy actually is pretty similar, but it just we focus more on spleen, the function of spleen, and the function of the upper jaw, the lung qi, the qi mechanism. This time we don't have enough time to finish the dampness, but we could discuss it.
Where can we read about it, maybe?
Where we could read about it?
We could read about the
Dampness.
You know, you read the formulas and strategies at the beginning of each chapter. There's a discussion.
Actually, all of them are right about it, but not so deep, and you should analyze it, and when I can say study the formula, study all the bases again and again, and think about it. But for dampness, especially damp heat, actually we have a long book about the dampness. It's written by Xue Shen by in Qing Dynasty. I don't know if there is English version or not.
No, I was working with a group of people doing a little translating, but yeah.
No, not yet.
Not yet. That's a very, very good book. But even you don't have that, but you can study and understand by yourself, actually.
But where can we we need the
With the principle, understand. You read about what is cold, what's the dampness, the property, the character, and why it's can combine with damp heat, and then what is the dampness syndrome, typical syndrome, what is the heat typical syndrome. So and then combine it. You just combine it, and when we see syndrome, not only the symptoms but also the pose, the tongue as well. Actually, I mentioned, I think in the first week, we talk about the dampness, especially damp heat a lot.
Yeah.
yes,
And then you just follow that the hint, follow that the direction, just go and go deeper. I think you will have more understanding. Or or you just kidnap me to Israel.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, you come back.
Yeah.
Can I ask something? What you taught us, this is Piwailun? Or
No, it's
something
not this
that
one.
you-
It's just the dam. It's just the flame. The same method for treating treating flame. And also not by me, it's by the it's cataloged by the Qing Dynasty's doctor, very famous doctor Liu Yi, Liu Zaijing.
So it doesn't have connection to the Piwailun.
It has connection. Every doctor after Li Dongyuan, a famous doctor, will read the Pure Lun. They read the Pure Lun actually connected with the Pure Lun, but what the Pure Lun told us is not only how we use the 补中益气汤 or 生阳桑补汤 to treat the disease, but what they told us is the dysfunction after the PUA spleen and stomach, that's the disorder of the function, and what's the symptom or syndrome will happen based on spleen and stomach deficient or damage of the internal damage, based on the internal damage. But of course, all of the good doctor in history, all of them actually stress spleen and stomach a lot, or always focused on the spleen and stomach. No matter what they treat, even the heat, they will told you if the heat is eliminated, stop using cold herbs because it will harm the spleen and stomach.
Okay.
So it's not about the PUA alone. Today, these 4 weeks, but it's also connected. But in spleen and stomach, Thesis, this book, they don't talk about it doesn't cover this field about the flame. Even the flame within the purulent should be spleen and stomach is sunk because of internal damage, because the internal damage and it's has the qi is sinking and is sink, right? Sink and then internal damage and cannot resolve the flame. So it's pretty similar with harmonized method and tonification. So when we say representative like formulas of 四君子汤, it's not only means 四君子汤 because that's just a tonified spleen. So you can, if the patient got a shoulder sprays and the clean coating and the qi deficiency level is more than 四君子汤 standard. So why can you use 补中益气汤? Yeah, of course you can use it.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
it's
why it's the only principle. It's not.
Yeah, it's the only principle.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
one more question, which is theoretical. The concept of the triple warmer.
The concept of the
Sanjiao.
Sanjiao.
sui jiao. Okay.
Do you use it at all? I mean, do you
Think about it.
think about it?
Yeah, we use a lot in our clinic and sui jiao. Because even in Chinese, the sui jiao, not in the field. I mean, in Chinese we talk about sanjiao. Literally, they also have a different concept or different thing. Sometimes it's just mean the different part. Sometimes that mean the whole body. Sometimes that mean the level of the of your part of the body. Like we say that's a disease in the lower jaw. Maybe that is in the lower part of your body, like in the kidney, or just the bladder. That's a lower jaw, right? That's a damp heat in lower jaw. But sometimes I say, that's in lower jaw. That's mean evil or this disease. It go into very deep level and it's hard to treat, or it's just hide in the deep level.
Okay.
Or sometimes we say, this dampness, especially when see the damp heat or damp or turbid, is cover all of the sanjiao. That's mean okay, it's just cover all of the body and spread to all of the body or block the all of the pass in the body. And then remember that lady got the high fever, got the fever for 1 month, and had the purple tongue and with white, thick, greasy cooking.
The one with the tongue like this, a little bit.
No, it's a little bit old, 16, around 16 to 65 years old, and an old lady. Not but that's purple.
Yeah. Okay.
And she came in Tuesday morning, sometimes in Tuesday morning, sometimes not, because she was sometimes over to the Tonghantang. And that is the cold dampness blocks into the sanjiao. That make the tidal fever around 40 degrees.
She has 1 month. She has 40 degrees. And the
which
test
medicine just give the IV and no result, and then we use the IVE. I think the first time I say okay, go back to think about it. I think because what I want you to know is that's actually it's a very typical turbid dampness cover and spread and obstruct of the sanjiao. When I think in Israel, if you see that patient, usually they will have a cold diet or a lot of ice cream or drink a lot of cold beer, and then for a really long time it gets the pathway in the body. It's blocked step by step, layer by layer, and then at last it cannot expel dispersing, and maybe catch cold, maybe in a very cold condition, or just get too much air conditioning, and then resulting in fever, and then go to the hospital. Cannot nurse know, do every test and nurse know.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, nothing wrong. Yeah, sometimes something will be wrong, like those that lady I mentioned. If the treatment still gets IV and cold herbs or antibiotics, it may result in the leukemia. Yeah, leukemia. Yeah, because we call in Chinese medicine, in worm disease, we call that the evil will go into deep and to the blood level.
If you treat it like really high, cold
herbs.
I have a question. In the clinic, I saw sometimes with the herbs you use zhao. When it's not very thick coating.
Because sometimes I use shudi, and there's not thick, and sometimes it's just a little bit thick, or a white coating in the root. Lower jaw. So I use sharon, and sometimes when I use shudi, I use sharon, because shudi is greasy and heavy, and use sharon to warm it and to help the digestion. But if you in Israel, if you want to use that, if you want to use less dosage or less not so many herbs, you can fry shudi with sharon. Yeah.
And also I saw the difference. Sometimes you're using a fuling and sometimes you're using yiren.
That's totally different. Fuling is it's a drainage of the dampness, but it's a drainage of dampness from this, and also can reorder the function of the spleen. That's spleen deficiency, and also can it's very mild, can tonify spleen a little bit because drainage of the dampness. But Yiren cannot. It's only drainaging.
So if you don't see any tissue, then you use the
Yes, and when we use Yiren, we should keep will be careful because if you use a lot or for a long time, the all drainage herbs will harm the kidney because it will consume the liquid, consume the fluid. Because drainage out is not only the bad guy, also the good guy will be some good guy will go out with.
Okay.
And okay, I want to continue with the herbs, also here and also in my country, for me. So I wanted to check.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very
So
interesting.
you decided the date we have.
You should
Because,
decide
yeah.
the day. We are free. We have no problem.
So the October 2nd, October 3rd, you'll be free, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
And
yes,
October 1st, 4th, you're leaving.
yes.
We're leaving this. You can write in WeChat after. You don't have to decide now.
So that's Monday or Tuesday.
Monday or Tuesday, yes, and I'll be free, yeah.
Both are good for you, no clinic.
Clinic, I will be off
Sunday.
from Monday, from the 1st to 4th.
Wow, you probably need a vacation.
No, not vacation, I just need the whole day to write the paper and the book.
Ah, so you have work. Good.
No worries, no
Yeah.
worries, never.
We say in Israel, אין מנוחה לרשעים.
No, no. In Judaism, we have the concept of Sabbath. It's the resting day.
Oh,
At least
resting day.
one resting day.
Yeah, I will take one resting day.
And they
Yeah.
said that more than the Jewish kept the Sabbath, I mean, the Sabbath took good care of the Jewish people. Means that everyone needs one day at
One day
least.
off.
One day off.
Yeah,
They have to. They have to get it.
Yeah, but have to, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, it's okay. Just maybe write paper. It's just relaxing. But yes, on the October 1st, I will complete with my parents because I haven't completed with them for like at least 1 month. So 2 days. Okay. So, but how about the the second? Because if the
Monday?
third, Monday, I think if the Wednesday, Tuesday, I think because the day after Tuesday you're leaving, so I think you need a pack, so it'll be a little bit hard. And what you want to eat? Turkish or kebab?
If you like Turkish.
No, not me. Not me.
Yeah?
Just you. Like a vegetarian, it's okay.
It's
Vegetarian,
also
I have
In the Turkish, we will also find vegetarian food. It's okay.
But you don't eat meat.
No, I eat a little bit of meat. Yes, it's okay.
But the Turkish is they have too much meat.
well, not some
Turkish
people.
they are halal first.
Yeah, it's halal.
But it's too much meat because that's all kebab. But you don't eat a lot of meat.
But there's also
And you don't eat that
halal.
much meat. Okay.
No, but
We go
it's
to the
okay.
we go
But
to
there are
the
salads and things.
no, we go to vegetarian food restaurants.
אז זהו, אני יכול vegetarian.
There's a couple, there's
מה,
a
נלך למקום של קבב
There's
ואכל
the
אוכל?
one on Tangbao.
אתם יכולים שיהיה
Yeah.
לידה ממש מגניבה.
That one.
You don't like the last one?
No, because I have car.
Oh, because you have a car. You don't always have to drive the car, you know. Tangbao, you wouldn't have to drive the car.
No, I mean the car.
לא לאכול שם,
That
רק
one,
לעבור ולצלם את הכתובת.
near the woods. That one is
נראה לי אפשר.
You've been there
ואולי
before.
קריס...
Was that when I was here this summer?
מצאו
Yes.
אותה באינטרנט
Uh,
לכתחילה.
two.
Tea place? It's called vegan or something like that?
Vegan, vegan. That's a little bit more Tibetan.
That was very nice, but it's okay.
It's
לא נחזור באותו מקום פעמיים.
it's okay. Let me just
Just
treat you.
תיקח אותנו למקום.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's
It's
a
I
very
have
nice
car.
place. It's Hong Pai Lo.
Yeah, home pilot. Yeah, you know, I have car.
I know you have a car.
So it's just maybe because I deposit a lot of money in the car, and so I need
You need to use it.
just go to there.
It's a nice place.
Which one?
It's called vegan.
Vegan,
I think. It's
vegan.
very nice. It's
Yeah,
very
very
cozy,
nice,
Vegetarian place,
vegetarian
Tibetan kind
restaurant.
of style.
Yeah, the Tibetans Buddhism style. Nietzsche
So
was
send us the address.
Send us
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will be here.
Address. Yeah.
There.
不是啊。Yes, sorry.
木缺公开了。
Yeah,
维根蔬菜，
Hokkaido,
维根蔬菜。
It's, I think it's
Well, I
outside
would
Secondary
hide
Road.
the
Sure,
not
you,
so
yeah.
far.
Have you been there in this?
I've been there, but I don't remember how to get there because I was in B card, car with the card.
Yeah. Yeah, in my car with car.
Yeah, with the card.
Yeah.
But it's called vegan. That's the name.
Yeah, it's called
I can probably
vegan.
find
Yeah,
it.
cool.
Actually,
Yeah, we can find
actually,
it.
I can.
And-
It's
and
very
you-
good.
You will enjoy it there? You like it there?
It's very good.
Oh yeah, very good.
Okay,
Okay.
so
And I
just,
think you will love it.
Oh, it's
okay, yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
And it's a new experience.
Okay.
It's
Always
really
new
good
experiences, always
Great.
better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
right
Because
the
the Turkish is a lot of, and they can eat a lot of hummus and
hummus at home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
we
that's not new.
we're
It's
just
not experience.
better to have new
Yeah.
experiences.
next week we're in Jaffa, so we'll eat
Yeah,
hummus.
next week in Java. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, he will.
We-
He will
I live
enjoy
there.
it there.
Oh, okay. It's very difficult to find. Is that's the bread. What's the name?
Pita bread.
Pita, yeah, pita.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell the pita in very high price in that.
Well, yeah.
But we can.
We can always make it.
Even the other. And
So you will
no.
write us in the group.
כן, יכתבו לי.
I might
Yeah,
even
yeah.
כן.
be able to tell you again, actually, because
For you.
You know, every time when you say something bad, you know.
You need to join the Jewish people.
What?
she's already sort of done that.
Thank
Grace,
you.
you know.
We ate so much.
What?
it's
I always,
vegetarian. Yeah, it's vegetarian with eggs. You eat eggs, right?
I do.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
not at home, but yeah. At home, I'm vegan. I stopped making eggs.
Yeah, so what's the picture? Why is
Ah, yeah,
it
same.
When I go home after I'm done with the
Yes.
coughing and
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah, it's not
Continue
that
the
weird,
you
it's
mean
just
continue the
weird.
herbs.
yeah, I
You
still
change
have
the-
I still have half of the portion of today,
Mhm.
and I will have
Mhm.
for tomorrow.
Okay.
And then in the hotel, I will not be able to. We have to leave our apartment.
Oh,
So I
When,
will-
today? Tomorrow?
No,
today,
Sunday.
tomorrow,
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But you have a place to go, no?
Yeah,
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 please
we
go.
have each one has reservation in a different place,
Mhm.
but I won't be able to cook herbs here.
Okay.
So I will renew it only
Okay.
in Israel.
You is okay. In Israel or granule.
A gram,
Yeah,
yeah.
granule.
אולי הג'ינקפים באילוסן שיהיה לך טוב. תשאלי אותו.
No, I will get healthy from this just for the long run to try and make some modification of the
Mhm.
shelling by the sun like you
Mhm. Yeah.
suggested in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
After to make
Yeah.
a mixture.
Okay. And a friend of mine, it's a girl I met, a Chinese girl I met in the that Chabad. I wanted her.
How about the Iran? Is
What about him?
yeah, what about
I wouldn't know.
She was.
Iran? You know? You don't know? You don't know?
You haven't seen him?
Because they
No,
say her
I saw him yesterday. Was on the street.
no. I mean,
To come to dinner, you mean?
yes, it's because it's what is delivering, so it's available. You don't know? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
because,
asking.
okay.
It's coming soon, right?
I recommended her a few, but I don't know how to get in touch with me.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Dr. Jindo, I met someone in Bet Chabad and I promised her to send her your card. Do you have it so I can take a picture and
Yeah,
if
sure.
she wants
Okay.
to be a patient?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
What?
just 那个是中文啊。
I don't know how to.
那个
啊，跟你想想，你那个微信那个文章那个带着嘛。
You're Israeli.
No, she's not.
She's
Israeli.
Chinese.
You are
She's a Chinese.
Ah,
She's
she's Chinese.
Okay, she's Chinese, so it's
She's
okay.
another Chinese who is married to Israeli.
Oh,
פלן
really?
פלן. דברים בבית הזה. טוב, זה אבל אולי ניפגש נתנאל בשבת, כזה הלך במהירות.
אנחנו אומרים קפוץ אלינו לאוסטר.
Oh, that mango was good.